There are a lot of people in Maine who are interested in foraging, and we have got a dish that involves that today here in the 207 Kitchen at Maine Studios. Steve Sicinski is the executive chef at the Nonantum Resort in Kennebunkport. What are you making for us today, Steve?
Rob, we're going to make a foraged mushroom and saffron bisque. So super versatile, hearty, comfort, fall-y kind of soup. Also doubles as a sauce very easily. So
all right, let's
simple
get
ingredients.
Right to it, because we've got a fair amount to do here. So where do we begin?
Yes, sir. So we are going to start. We have our pan on medium heat. A little bit of olive oil in there, nice and hot. We're going to start with a little bit of diced white onion.
Right.
A little bit of garlic, sea salt.
Okay.
Black pepper.
All right.
We are going to let that sweat for a minute. And while that happens, we can talk about mushrooms. So we have some very nice foraged chanterelles here. Awesome if you can find these, but not the end-all be-all of this dish.
Okay.
Also have some portobello and some cremini in here as well. So if you've never cleaned a portobello, easy to find, nice and big. These gills can hold a lot of dirt, so we just want to take any kind of spoon.
Okay.
Kind of work around.
And just sort of scrape that right out.
Scrape that out, then you can take this to a cutting board, slice it up.
Okay,
easy,
so it's that easy.
That easy. So with that, we're gonna go ahead, take a look. Onion and garlic look good, so we wanna go ahead and start adding some mushrooms. I'm gonna add some of the portobello and cremini. Also going to add some of the chanterelle.
I'm guessing this works better when you have at least a couple of different types of mushrooms. Is that what you like to do?
For sure, you'll get a better depth, better flavor profile,
richer flavor,
and a lot of different textures too. All mushrooms will get soft, but that texture will definitely be a little bit different with each one. So you want to go ahead and stir that. Again, with the mushrooms, we're going to easily kind of re-season, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. And as those mushrooms cook down, you're going to start to see a little bit of liquid in the pot. They are going to let a lot of their liquid release, so that means we are doing our job. As that begins to happen, again, one more stir. We want to go ahead and add some saffron. Saffron, very famous, expensive spice from Spain, the pistil of the crocus flower, so very hard to harvest.
Right.
Super expensive, but a little bit goes a long way, and very fragrant, very colorful. So we're gonna go ahead, just take a little pinch of that, add that in there. It's gonna give us a little bit of a red color as it starts to bleed, and really nice fragrance as that starts to come out.
Okay.
After that saffron, Marsala wine. Marsala, of course, a sweeter, fortified with sugar type wine. A lot of Italian cooking, that kind of thing. Nice depth of flavor. Again, nice sweetness, gonna help really kind of accent the flavor and the earthiness of the mushroom. So what we wanna do is we want that Marsala wine to cook all the way out.
Okay.
So we want that to reduce, we want that to simmer, and as that kind of comes out, it will build a bigger depth of flavor. We'll get rid of all that alcohol type taste as well. So.
I know how busy chefs are. Do you ever have time to go out and do your own foraging?
Occasionally, a loose hobby, but not that advanced in it quite yet.
So that's all right. Folks who make this at home don't have to go out into the woods and do their own foraging.
Right, absolutely not.
If they want to, they can.
Absolutely not.
But it's not mandatory in any way for this dish.
Yeah, nice mushrooms, definitely a lot more readily available as people become more informed, farmers markets, those kinds of things. So that Marsala now pretty well cooked out, so we want to go ahead and add our heavy cream, which is going to be our base.
Okay.
So add that about in there, and we're just gonna bring that up to a simmer and let that cook down a bit. So the good thing about this now, there's two different degrees of what's gonna happen. You might want a thicker soup, you might want a thinner soup. That's entirely up to you. So if you wanted a thicker soup as that cream comes up to simmer, real easy way to thicken that up is with cornstarch.
Right.
Essentially, we would take some cornstarch, mix it together with a little bit of cold water, add that in as it simmers, bring that to the thickness that we want, and we will be very good. So entirely up to you. Sometimes just a reduction of the cream will give you the thickness that you want.
All right, for our purposes, we don't have time to let this go all the way. About how long would it take?
Really not that long. As soon as that cream comes up to a simmer, it's gonna go down pretty quickly. So I think in totality, a good 15 minutes of stirring, and you're gonna be right there.
Okay. But you've got one that you've already prepared.
I sure do.
It's ready to go.
So we're gonna go ahead, kind of take a look at what we've done here, and that should be fairly thick and very mushroomy.
Yeah, that's a dish. That's a comfort food right there.
So a nice piece of bread, anything kind of makes a meal out of that all on its own. Again, some fresh herb, maybe some sauteed chanterelle if you have some extra to put on top. Makes a nice little touch, but definitely a comfort food. One of my favorites, doubles as a sauce for any type of protein as well. Very, very versatile and really simple ingredients.
That is your foraged mushroom and saffron bisque. If you'd like to make it yourself, just head to the 207 section of our app or website. You'll find the recipe for the bisque. You'll find more information as well about the Nonantum Resort in Kennebunkport, where Steve Sicinski is the executive chef. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Rob.
Stay with us. We're going to return and have more of 207 for you right after this.